When Neil invited me to say a few words at the opening, my first reply was, "Hell, I don't understand Aussie rules." "Don't worry," they said, "neither does Neil." Until last week, I had never seen any of Neil's work. So it came as a great relief last Friday to visit Jayco and see for myself this eclectic mix of sculpture, oil paintings, pastels and pen and wash sketches. I wonder how many here know in one of his previous lives Neil was an art teacher. A Bachelor of Art he gained at the Deakin University, and 15 years of teaching at Sandringham Primary School proved a good grounding for these works. When I look at the paintings, my first impressions are relevance to the subject. How does it make me feel? Hot? Cold? Do I hear the wind whistling? Can I hear the screech of the birds or the waves breaking? Another is composition. Is my eye drawn to the subject, or does it wander aimlessly over the picture? Do the colours capture the atmosphere? When I look at the two elephant seals shirt-fronting each other, I can hear the roar. And just look at the females in the harem cowering in fright. Looking at those albatross chicks, I want to stroke the downy feathers on their necks. His 5 trips to Antarctica gave Neil a unique opportunity to study nature in the raw, and this is reflected in the numerous works here tonight. So it gives me great pleasure in opening this exhibition and introducing to you his friends to reflect on this remarkable man.
It talked about the moments in life of beauty and rapture that you can't hang on to. And the quote described such a thing as like clouds running across the sun and then disappearing. So those moments are only with us for a really short time, but with artwork you can capture those moments and enjoy them lifelong and for generations. So that's what I believe Dad has done with his artwork. He has really captured, and it's a good way of getting to know a person too, is to see what they actually find as beautiful. Everybody is different in that regard. So I believe Dad has, it's like a bit of a time capsule for Dad, because whether he's been adventuring to Antarctica, in the desert, the bush, locally, in the mountains, in the snow, he has seen beauty and captured it.
Thanks, Sam.
Neil, are you going to comment on that? Going to comment on Sam. You told Sam when she won the Women's World Windows. Jennifer Morris, in January, when you won it, you came and collected her award, and you talked about it.
But I don't remember what I said.
Under the stairs. Under the stairs.
Oh, right, yeah. Sam had she's got three brothers, but at the time she only had 2. But they were boys, they excluded her, and she became a recluse, sitting under the stairs, and I wonder what she's doing underneath there. So one day I looked at her, she was drawing, she was sketching, she had her up the wall, and So she's a spiritual soul. She's a religious person, and she's a beautiful person. And I think she knows what she's talking about.
I'm not trying to get into anything family-wise. Talk about your voice.
Yeah, well, I've got three of them. My boys, well, I don't think any of them are artistically inclined, but they're athletes. They're good athletes, and they've been good athletes. I'm very proud of them because, you know, when you go away, say, for 16 months down south, it's a very selfish thing. And you're following your dreams, but you're leaving people at home. And they have to fend for themselves. Michael, Jim and Toby.
This is Ingo Morris.
Ingo Morris. He lived in 5th Street, Blackrock, when I took off. It was a surprise. It was a real shock to Michael. I remember Michael jumping the barbed wire fences, chasing them. They were down as it went down the river. And he had to grow up quickly. And I don't think it's been such a bad thing. I feel the selfishness, and I acknowledge it. Elwyn did a great job in holding the fort, but I reckon to be thrown into the deep end, it reminds me of Lindsay Fox. I took my kids over there one night when he lived in one of his two-red mansions. Anyway, he said, I want to teach the kids to swim. I said, okay. He threw a lot of them in the water. I don't know to swim. You remember that, Foxy?
How could I forget?
Anyway, they did a great job of maturity, and I'm very proud of them. Very proud of them.
So, why don't we just talk a bit about Antarctica? You did 5 tours there?
Yeah, I did. I went along. First of all, how did I go? You've heard of a bloke called, now I've forgotten his name. You've heard, forget it. I was on the list. No, it'll come to me though. I was going to coach Carlton, as a matter of fact, I had the job.
Carlton?
Yeah. Sorry, is that offensive?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to coach Collingwood. And I thought, no, I wanted to do, I missed out on leadership. You know, I've done most things in football, and I thought I'd like to coach, and I coached, so forth. So I thought I'd like to do something on an international scale, where you're mixing with other countries. And I went into a couple of blokes who'd been down there. One was Brian Monarski, a tough bloke, and it just devastated him. When he came back, he only had to look at him and burst into tears, and I thought, oh, if that's done that to this tough bloke who won a boxing blue at university, then I'm going to have a bit of slice of it, you know. Bob Nunn was the name of the umpire. He said, apply. I applied, and I got from 9 nations, I got down to the last 2, and I missed out. And I said to the bloke, well, I come back next year. He said, yeah, sure. I came back next year, and he said, this is 1971. He threw me a curly one. He said, when was the last time you had sex? And I said, oh, yeah. He's trying to knock me over there. I was giving a stupid answer back. I said, about 1950. He said, that's a long time ago. I said, oh, it's only 2150 now. I got the job because I could think on my feet.
But if you tell me about what it was like down here when the guys ran home, when they ran home, and you told them you banned bringing back to Australia.
Yeah, well, we had an antiquated system where we bounced messages off the magnetosphere onto a rad phone in Sydney, and then that was transferred back to Melbourne. A long journey, you know. And of course, most of the time there's so much interruption that you get garbled messages. And a bloke, I've seen them reeling out of the Radio Shack crying. What's wrong? Oh, oh, the wife sold the business, or she's sleeping with the bloke next door, all this sort of thing. So I banned it. I banned the phone call. Just as I banned them in the showers too. They had trays. When the trays overflowed, I knew they'd been in here too long. So I took the trays away and made the holes go down through to the snow. So you had to make these little adjustments to keep the morale. One thing I did do, I sketched everyone once a month. I sketched a new one. And that caused all sorts of problems because, you know, when you sketch someone, you pick out some prominent points that take your eye. The cook went to his donga and stayed there for 6 bloody weeks because he didn't like he was a bit antisocial anyway. So, you know, you've got to be very careful.
Were they all Australians?
No, we had about 5 different nationalities.
Who was the best nationality?
That's interesting. I'd say the Australians. The Pommies used to give us a lot of trouble. I said to a bloke, a Pommy bloke, he used to worry the life out of me. He used to drink the brewery dry, you know. And I often had to go and drag him out of the snow and put him to bed in the damages. I said, what did you leave England for? He said, well, it's a funny thing you say that, boss. He said, I left because, you remember they made homosexuality legal? I said, I remember it went through the House of Commons. He said, well, I thought I'd better get out before they made it compulsory. Yeah,
So you did 5 tours then?
Sorry?
You did 5 tours?
The others were flights. G'day. That's Oppie. G'day, Oppie. How are you, mate? Good to see you.
Our girlfriend?
Yeah, very old. Just an acquaintance.
We talked about 5 tours and you had different...
Oh yeah, so the first trip flight out of Melbourne, I was a commentator on that. That's 13 hours chock to chock.
Was that a tourist flight?
Yeah, it was a tourist flight. The second one was a geographical flight, round Mount Everest and back, areas. On the first one, it was a social thing with champagne and all that sort of stuff, broken heels and good form haircuts and stuff. And this girl came up to me and said, excuse me, will you fill my camera up with film? And I said, yeah, sure. And she knelt on her seat, she's got film everywhere, she's busted her heel. He said, have a look at those beautiful icebergs. I said, put your camera down. The clouds, we haven't passed through yet. Only a woman to do that.
Now, I have to read a bit of a football thing to this. Now, you told me some terrible stories about Lindsay Fox when he played for St Kilda. You told me how shocking he was, terrible he was. Was he any good?
You're a liar. I never said that about Foxy, I just said he was a thug. Lindsay was very handy. He was slow as poor before you.
Don't look at him.
I didn't look at him. He's blowing kisses at me. And the same to you, old boy.
So you played with North Melbourne one day, but against Holland, that's where North Melbourne was, didn't you? And he reckons you fast on the ground.
No, I don't remember that one.
You told me you must have.
You've made that up. Now, Lindsay wanted to go. As a matter of fact, Foxy was a brilliant ice hockey player. And he was picked in the Olympic team, the Winter Olympics, to go to Squaw Valley, but he declined to play with the seconds at St Kilda. He started with the seconds, and I remember his first night at training. He had a ute, and it was always covered in coal dust. And
He's delivering briquettes.
yeah, briquettes. And he said to the boys after training, "Come on, left home." And they all said, "Oh yeah, we drove down to fulfill the PA. They didn't know it was a tipper. We drove out to the end and tipped them all the seats. It was a practical joke. Oh, he's got some wonderful practical jokes.
Back to the story that you told me. You didn't make it up. He played with you at North Melbourne and he got one brown over.
I don't know how he got that.
He was a rugby. He was rugby.
He was. No, I'll forget the story.
Thanks, Jim.
I do. I'm not going to tell me the story.
You want to last couple of notes.
That'll make a difference, I suppose.
But he makes notes. I found something in the back of the car later.
I don't want to talk about Lindsay because I think I've done enough. A lot of people know.
Oh, yeah. No, they don't really. It doesn't
He
matter.
is the most incredible person that ever lived, Vincent, and I mean that is so unique. It's just an example. I was in his kitchen one day and Paul and his wife made coffee and we had coffee and the phone rang. Yes? Yes, that's all right. I'll ring you back in 10 minutes. He rang, made a phone call and then rang back. Yes, is that you? He said, yes. Well, that money is in the Monaco bank in your account. 23 million. Don't worry about the interest or anything. Pay back when you like. It was Buzz Aldrin. Now, he mixed in that company. He sort of came from the Gabba and went to the Heights.
Yeah.
And the way he handles royalty, I mean, was just amazing. I remember he was on the Britannia that the royal got, and they were being introduced. And Lady Esther from South Yarra and all this sort of stuff. And hands behind their back and all the protocol. Lindsay grabbed Prince Philip by the hand and said, "Harry Houdini, the tricky trucky from down under." Well, Philip loved that. And every now and again he's looking around, "Where's my tricky trucky? Where's my..." And those stories, I've got 100 of them.
Okay, now, we're not going to let Jerry Ryan get off. Okay?
What's that?
Not let Jerry get off. Tell us about your escapades or teaching the kids in Vietnam to swim. Not many people know that story.
About 12 years ago, Charlie Lyon, an old surfer mate of mine, we read a Vietnamese newspaper that said that 95% of Vietnam is water and the drownings just accepted every day. So we thought we'd do something about it. For instance, you'd see a film like 5 boys playing soccer on the Balta, and 4 would come out and they'd go on playing. They wouldn't worry about the kid that drowned. So we got some phys ed teachers together and we started a water safety program in Vietnam. And we taught 4,700 kids to swim. We established 24 pools and trained 2,700 people in universities to teach swimming, and the program's still going. And Paula Fox and Lindsay were big in donations. But I pulled Jerry aside and said, "How much do you want?" He signed me a check on the spot, and we've been friends ever since. No.
And the kids still going too.
And it's well established. And people say, "Why don't you look after the parents?" And they want to go over trucks too. And a fellow called Graham Robinson, who was an ornithologist, the shy albatross and the black brow were being wiped out because the South American trawlers had drop lines which were only 10 feet. Now,
When we're just interrupt, a drop line, you have a long line, and you have these little drop lines down the bottom,
they go for
10
100.
feet,
They go for 100.
100 miles.
Yeah. Now, we had to design something, as you know, when a fledgling leaves the nest and he's flapping his wings for practice and when he takes off, that's the last he lands for 20 years. He only goes to land to nest. So he eats off the ocean. And I've had a few of these exhibitions and I sold all my paintings 1 year to the albatross, show the albatross. And the numbers are coming back too, so yeah, and that was worthwhile.
But you invented the drop line, you gave how far? 100?
No, 10 feet.
10? Yeah.
They couldn't see. No, 30 feet.
30 feet. You said 10 feet.
Yeah.
They could have said 30
That's
feet.
right. That was totally successful.
All right, so I think we've done enough about your background.
Yeah, we are.
Now, does anyone have any questions you'd like to just throw up you before we do a walk around? Just a last work with you.
Amazing piece of art, great to listen inside there. We'll start this one off with a great piece. Remember, if possible, credit card, great gift for friends and family. You know, buy an early Christmas present, buy an early birthday present. All the proceeds now, tonight. Very good calls. We'd like to start out with $500 now. At 5 we've got a room now. Great opportunity to spend well. At 500 now, what a great piece this is. 112 dinner plane. Beautiful Boggy Creek hut. Great thing to say there. We've got a $500 bid now. Who's starting up with a bid now? 5. What a great one it will be. It's a great opportunity. Thank you so much. $500 now. Welcome to the bid at $500 now. At 500 now, so somebody going to take the 650 now. Wouldn't that be great buying 650? Yard Curators value this one up there at around $1,250. At 500 now, we'd like to get some great buying there. Put your piece down the hallway. Absolutely sensational studio that will get $80 tonight as well. 500 now. Anywhere in the room, all the proceeds in the Roberts with a great opportunity now. Yes. First, second, third, and final call. You sure? At $500, thank you so much. Congratulations, it is yours. So well done. And what was your name? Sarah, congratulations, a great purchase. And I've just got word from our jury to see you might have one little auction item, is that right?
Yes, we're coming. This is a hello, testing.
We've got one more lucky last one. This is the one.
Will people be quiet, please? We're just going to the auctioneer. Thank you. Behind the curtains, if you could be quiet. I'll start naming you. Thank you. This is our last auction item. Now, Neil's going to tell us the story behind this, because there is a big story.
That's your right, talk up.
Yeah, well, this was taken on the Great Ocean Road. Well, I've just returned from Antarctica, and Antarctica, as you know, is due south from our coastline. And I painted this with very mixed feelings. I've just been 16 months down there, and now I'm home, and I stood there and painted that.
What were your feelings? What were you glad to be home, or was it nature, or?
Mixed feelings, and I yearned to be back there, and yet I was so pleased to be home. So I think that's a good one. I gave it to my daughter, to Samantha, and she liked it, and I said, well, can I put it in and we won't, well, you can get it back, we won't sell it. You know, this came to me going to go and said, sell it there. So that's up for auction now. I think it's quite a lovely place.
We've got an opening bid. We've got an opening
Yeah, I'd like to go out and get 900 or something like that.
900.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the early bid of $900. Round of applause. It's been amazing. $900 now at 9. Who'd love to take more than 1,000 now? I've got 1,000 in the room. Last piece, last opportunity tonight. One of Neil Robbins, the Great Ocean Road, the famous Great Ocean Road here in Victoria. An amazing piece now. Look at the detail. How special is this? $900 now. The opportunities here. Who would like to start? Put me up. See the bid for the first call. Great opportunity. Great proceeds. Great to enjoy. Have one of the Neil Robbins specials in the house. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Come home. Look at that. So beautiful. Wow, I own this now. At $900 now. Anywhere in the room. If not, we will sell it to this great man over here for the first. Thank you. Welcome to the bid of 1,000 now. 1,000 back to 1,100, 1,100, 1,112. You know what they say, better late than never. You know what they say, an auction, you can't come in one bid and not bid again. Go to 1,200 soon. We've got 1,100 back.
Well, I'm buying it back, so.
11.50 and a couple of free drinks that I pay to the management over here. 11.50 is some free beers. At 11.50, at 1,150 now. You're a good man. There's a scratch there hit on the bid. At 1,150,000, we're selling. Big congratulations, Tom. Thank you so much. And I think that's it for the live auctions. On behalf of myself, Matthew Billios from Carney Boom, thank you for having me. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you so much.
All right, now I know everyone's saying to talk a bit, that's what happened, we're going to get over it, but I want to do a little bit of a tour with Neil and hear some of his stories on some of his favourite paintings. Now, you told us the story of that one. Where's the next one you'd like to take us to, Neil? You don't have to get up the chair to do it. Over here. And Oswald, right? You're going to take your chair over there and sit there. Stand up. Well, I won't have the light view of that though. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've got a cake. Bring out the cake, baby. Can we sing happy birthday, please? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Norman. Happy birthday to you.